Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Answers Simplified. In this video, I will be sharing answers of Viva Class 7 Social Science, Civics, Chapter number 2, the state government it's working at. Let us discuss the long answer type questions. First question, describe the process by which a bill becomes a law. Answer, a bill is first introduced in the House and then discussed and debated upon. It is then put to vote. If a bill is passed by the Legislative Assembly by a majority, it is sent to the Legislative Council for debate and vote. The Legislative Council cannot keep a bill for more than 6 months. If it is passed with a majority, then the bill is sent to the governor of the state for his approval. The bill becomes a law if the governor signs it. He can send it back to the legislature with some suggestions. The governor can also keep it for consideration of the president. Question number 2. Write a note on the Council of Ministers. Answer. The Council of Ministers consists of ministers who are elected to form a team to assist the Chief Minister to discharge his or her duties. These ministers are appointed by the governor of the state. They must be members of the legislature. If not, they must get elected within 6 months to the legislature. The Council of Ministers is collectively answerable or responsible to the Legislative Assembly and individually answerable to the legislature. The ministers work for a term of 5 years at the pleasure of the governor. Third question is, explain the powers and functions of the governor. Answer, functions and powers of the governor. The governor appoints the chief minister. He or she appoints the Council of Ministers and also distributes portfolios on the advice of the chief minister. He/she appoints all other high-ranking officials of the state. The governor can summon and end the sessions of both the houses of the state legislature. Only when he or she signs the bills, they become laws. Money bills can be introduced in the state legislative assembly only on prior recommendation of the governor. He or she nominates certain members from the field of art, science, literature and social service to the legislative council if the state legislature is bicameral. He or she can send a report to the president if he or she feels that the government in a state is not functioning as per the constitution. This can lead to president's rule in the state. He or she can also use his or her discretionary powers without consulting the chief minister. Example, when no party gets clear majority after the assembly election. Question 4. Examine the factors involved in the distribution of resources and services. Answer. Distribution of resources and services is not an easy job as the government has to do a lot of research about the needs of the people. The concerned ministers meet and consult officials of various departments to get information related to practical problems faced by the citizens. They then discuss these issues in the council meetings and make proposals on the basis of the discussion. The proposal is introduced in the legislature as a bill. It goes through discussions, debates, amendments and voting and is finally passed as a law. The higher officials then enforce the laws passed by the legislature. The concurrent list contains subjects on which both the central and state governments can make laws. Public health, water, primary education and sanitation are some subjects mentioned in the state list. To fulfill the needs of the people of the state, the government should make the best use of available resources. For this, it needs the estimate of the resources and suitable plans to utilize them effectively. The responsibility of assessing the country's resources and making plans for their best utilization is taken up by a government institution called the Planning Commission. It makes 5-year plans to help the government to utilize the resources in the most effective and balanced way. Question 5. Write a note on the wasteland development project in Ajmer, Rajasthan. Answer. The project started in 1995 with the main objectives as conserving soil and moisture, improving the water table level, providing fodder and fuel wood, and improving the socio-economic conditions of the villagers. It was completed in the year 2002. It changed the whole block of Pisangan from abject poverty and underdevelopment to prosperity and on the road to development. The lost flora and fauna of Pisangan have returned and the villagers are reaping its benefits. Thank you.